Yes, hello, welcome on in to 11am Sports here for the one season challenge with Sheffield United. If you missed the last one, go and have a look at it. It was a pretty good one if I do say so myself. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button for more daily Football Manager content, 11am, Monday to Friday. Right now, that is the one season challenge with Sheffield United. And you know what? I think we're doing not a bad job. If you look just on the screen there, we are currently in 7th position, the dizzying height of 7th in European place at the moment. In Europe. This is a team that in real life got relegated, and we've got them up in 7th position at the moment. And if you look at the player stats, Mousset is up there as the third top scorer in the league with 10 goals. He's also got the highest average rating, and alongside him, with the highest average rating, in third place, is Ollie McBurney. So maybe I should have been playing Ollie McBurney a little bit earlier on. But you know what? I'm playing him now, so that's all that matters, I suppose. It's a very peculiar thing going on with the league at the moment, in that some teams have played 17 games and Arsenal have only played 14 at the moment for some reason. So they're a little bit behind. They could end up topping the table, but we're not looking at that top six. I think we've agreed those top six, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea and Tottenham, are away. We're not going to overtake them, but if we could finish 7th, that would be some effort. So the last time we met, we played up against West Ham and Leeds, and it basically shows you the two different types of game that we've been having this season. Either a kind of drab, very boring, not many highlights, 1-0 win over West Ham, and a very, very exciting 4-2 win over Leeds. Well, that sort of thing continued. And we'll work our way through the games we played in December. We played 6. The first one was a game against Liverpool, which I actually thought for a minute we might have got a point out of, even though John Lundstrom was sent off in the first minute. I'm not exaggerating, it was 28 seconds into the game he was sent off. Ridiculous. It really was. It didn't look like a red card. And how often do you see someone sent off in the first minute of a game? But he was anyway, and we ended up only losing the game 2-1. To be honest, Liverpool had most of the ball, as you'd imagine, in this game, but we did have a goal late in the first half with Ben Osborne, but unfortunately Andrew Robertson came back with a winner and Liverpool held on. We then somehow beat Man United. We only had 2 shots in the whole game. Man United had 20 odd. You can see it was the defensive players that did everything there. Enda Stevens with a 7.4, Aaron Ramsey with a 7.4. Ben Osborne again getting the goal, just as he had against Liverpool. Osborne was playing because Lundstrom was obviously sent off, so we ended up playing some rotated midfield players as well. And also during these games, Berg wasn't starting either because he was kind of suffering with a little bit of match fitness. He wasn't quite there, so he was off on the bench, I should say. So our best midfielder wasn't even in the team, and we got a 2-1 loss to Liverpool and a 1-0 win against Man United. A smash and grab, really similar to the way that we managed to beat Man City, in that we got a win against the Manchester side, but Man United was the kind of boring 1-0 win. Man City was the very exciting 4-2 win. We then played against Tottenham, where we were just totally outclassed, especially early on in the game. 3-0 we lost, thanks to goals from Bale, Son and Kane. We then played against Chelsea in the game that I thought we were going to scrape a point out of. Chelsea went up 2-0 early on. McBurney came back with 2 goals for us, but Kai Havertz scored on the 82nd minute, and that meant we unfortunately lost. The fact that I'm complaining about losing to teams like Chelsea is telling you how well we're doing at the moment. And we followed that up with 2 games in the space of 3 days. Boxing Day fixture was against West Brom away at the Hawthorns, and we won that one 4-1 thanks to a hat-trick from Mousset, a goal from Berg, Snodgrass with the consolation for West Brom. And we ended up winning the game against Southampton 2-1. Ollie McBurney scoring. That was immediately cancelled out by Theo Walcott's goal, and late in the game Mousset scored his 10th league goal of the season. I say that has put us there in 7th position. We're now 13 points off of relegation. We're 3 points ahead of 10th place at the moment, 5 ahead of 11th. I tell you, I said at the start, maybe top 10. Top 10 looks like it could be done, and maybe we should be looking at the European places. Maybe not top 6, but get that 7th place maybe. So today we play up against Wolves, who are in 9th in the Premier League, and then we have the FA Cup third round up against Luton, who we've been drawing against, Championship Luton. So hopefully 2 wins today. A win against Wolves would be very nice. It would open up the gap between us and them, and then obviously we'd like to progress in the FA Cup as far as we can. It'd be nice to have a cup win in this, wouldn't it? So here is the team we're going to use up against Wolves. Ramsdale in goal, O'Connell at centre back with Chambers and Egan either side of him, Baldock on the right and Stevens on the left, Norwood alongside Lundstrom and Berg in midfield, and McBurney alongside Musse up front. Musse with 10, McBurney with 7. They've certainly been our best strikers in terms of goals, and I think we just have to keep playing with them until they stop scoring. We're out there in our red and white stripes, and Wolves are out there in their sky blue. They're playing 5 at the back as well, and here's a first highlight. Podence swings it in and it's headed in by Mandy. Issa Mandy at the back post there for Wolves. A headed finish over the head of Aaron Ramsdale, and yeah, pretty poor defending, wasn't it? Then toward the back. Oh, off the crossbar and in off the underside of the post. That's a very fortunate goal, unfortunately. A fortunate goal, unfortunately. There we go. And we're down 1-0. Podence swings another ball in and it's put in by Mandy again. 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes for the centre half. Not what I was hoping for. Podence gets the ball here and swings it to the back post. He's just unmarked volley and Mandy rises up, gets his head on it, steals a goal from his teammate, and Wolves have had 2 shots and scored 2 goals. And this is one of those games I think I was talking to you about that there's lots of goals in it from all the highlights we get to see. In 23 minutes in, the ball's thrown straight to us. Lundstrom plays it long, but Bolly gets it. Dendoncker finds Nouri here. Over to Podence. Down the left-hand side, he drives in, plays it back, but Berg gets onto it. And can we break away? Lundstrom finds Musse. Finds McBurney. Can he finish here from the edge of the box? No, a good challenge by Mandy, but McBurney's got it now. And Lundstrom back to Norwood. And we'll recycle the play. And Norwood with it. Over to Berg, back to Norwood, out to Baldock, who's overlapping on this right-hand side. Will he swing the ball in? He finds Berg, and Baldock puts the ball in the box. McBurney at the back post. Oh my goodness me, he's unmarked at the back post. And he heads the ball over the top. Ball's thrown in there, and Dendoncker appears to have been fouled. They're going to have a look at the footage to see if it's a penalty. I would suggest it was outside the box, but we'll see what the referee thinks as he kind of waddles over to the monitor. Mike Dean is the ref, so you know he likes to be centre of attention. He's not quite bald enough to be Mike Dean, I wouldn't say. But he's checked it, and it's no penalty. It's a free kick from the edge of the box. But we know how dangerous this is. They scored from 2 free kicks on the edge of the box, but they didn't even get a highlight there. Stevens throws the ball in now. Musse, the ball's cleared away, and Adama Traore comes away with the ball now, and he drives at the heart of our defence. He hits it from a long way out, and Ramsdale holds on to it. And maybe this could be a highlight. No, it's not going to be a highlight for us. There we go. I say lots of highlights so far. 2 goals, but none for us. And as we reach half-time, we are still 2-0 down. A disappointing performance so far. 2 goals conceded from set pieces, which is not what we like to see. Hopefully, we can perform a little bit better in this second half. And this is not good news. A potential shoulder injury for Ollie McBurney means that he's going to come off. Unfortunately, I'm not going to bring on Billy Sharp. Let's bring on Arp to try and get us a goal. I've already brought on Osborne and Fleck for Lundstrom and Berg as well in midfield, as they were a little bit tired. But an injury to McBurney is not good for us in today's game or the rest of the season, to be honest, the way that he started to play since he's started playing up front for us. And we've reached full time, a fairly boring second half there. No real highlights to speak of. And we lose to Wolves 2-0. We've now dropped out the European places, as you can see, down into 8th. We'll move on from that game. We've got the FA Cup to play against Luton. We want to win that one. Let's focus our energies on that. A disappointing way to show you the Premier League results are a game in the Premier League today, especially after how well we played in the previous games you didn't get to see. But a poor performance there, but hopefully we can bounce back with a good performance against Luton in the FA Cup. I'll see you for that in just a moment. And Ollie McBurney is out with a dislocated shoulder for months. How can you be out for months with a dislocated shoulder? He'll go to the specialist, I think, and he's now played in 45 league games, so we had to pay Swansea more money. And apparently I've lifted Sheffield United. Few expected Sheffield United to be flying as high as they are in the league, but we've not looked back since opting to bring Adam Grant to the club back in July. There we go, playing the vertical tiki-taka style, and there's plenty of optimism for the future. That's good for them to say that just as we lost to Wolves. That was very good timing from them. But we have opened the transfer window. We don't have any money to spend, but if any ins or outs happen, I'll keep you updated as well before we get to this Luton game. Well, here we are, ready for the game up against Luton Town. A disappointing result against Wolves last time out, obviously, but hopefully we can bounce back with a win up against Luton from the division below in the FA Cup. We've made slight rotation to the team just to bring some fresh legs in, give some of the more experienced players a rest, but the team should still be strong enough to beat Luton Town. Fingers crossed. Obviously, we still have the injuries to Ryan Brewster and Ollie McBurney to deal with, so our strikers almost pick themselves, to be honest. But the team looks like this. Ramsdale in goal, Basham at centre-back with Chambers and Egan either side. Bogle and Bryan will be our wing-backs today, with Ampadu, Lundstrom and Osborne in midfield, and Arp and Musse up front. Fingers crossed, an easy victory today. Let's see if we can get it. And the players walk out there as in our red and white stripes. Luton playing in their reddy orange colour, it looks like there. And the game begins. Hopefully, as we're saying, a nice easy result. We are playing against a diamond in midfield, which means our wing backs are going up against their full backs. So hopefully no doublings ups required in that wide position. At the start of the game is slightly worrying that Luton have had all the ball and all of the shots. The first highlight of the game here comes 37 minutes in. It was a throw in for Luton. It was cut out by Ampadu and the ball played forward toward Arp, who tries to find Musse, but he plays it wide and Naismith clears it away for Luton. Chambers drives forward from the centre-back position with the ball here. This is the overlapping full-back we were talking about that Sheffield United employed in the Premier League in real life. Doesn't quite work like that in FM, but he tried to do something there, Chambers, and the ball's being bounced about a little bit and is back with Chambers now. Finds Osborne and Bogle, plays it forward toward Musse. Can he score? What a save from Sluga. Sluga in the goal for Luton, and it's out for a corner kick. Osborne swings it in. It's cleared away by Bradley and Basham collects it, but that is the end of the highlight. That was the only highlight of the game. We did have the chance there, but all in all, Luton appear to be kind of dominating this game. We started to bring back more of the ball, and we'll see if that can continue into the second half. But before we get there is a highlight to finish off the first half. Morel down the right hand side, challenged by Bryan. The ball's cleared away by Osborne and Musse has it. And now he drives down the right hand side, could do the support in the middle if he can find it. He finds Osborne. Well, he hit it well indeed, and it's off the post and cleared behind by Naismith. And indeed, as it says down the bottom of the screen there, we are piling on the pressure. Osborne swings the ball in and Arp tries to head it, but it's cleared away. And Palmer comes away with the ball down this right hand side, but it was blown for half time. And we appear to be dominating this. The first half of that first half, we were not good the first 20 minutes or so, but we played our way into the game. And hopefully the second half we can dominate. I've told them we're not happy with how they're playing, and we'll see how they react to that. I'll give them a little bit of encouragement. It always gives little smiley faces down the bottom of the screen there. There's a corner for us. Osborne swings it in. It's headed away. Back to Osborne. No, back in the middle and headed away a second time. Basham gets on the end of it. And Bogle gets it now. The right wing back. Chambers. Basham back to Bogle. Can this ball go down this right hand side? Bogle on it again. Finds Osborne. Back to Chambers. And now Osborne again. Nice passing football here. Can we get it forward though? That's the important thing. Bryan on the left hand side with it now. Swings the ball in. Musse hits him. What a finish from 18 yards out. He wheels away to a corner flag. Does a wee roly-poly as a celebration. And 55 minutes on the clock and we're up 1-0 here. It's taken a bit longer than we'd have liked, but we got the goal nonetheless. Bryan here swings the ball in and Musse hits it on the volley from the edge of the box. A sweetly timed finish. The keeper with absolutely no chance. And we're up 1-0 here, just over half an hour to go. Hopefully we can push on and score a couple more. Free kick from Osborne, swung into the back post. Egan heads it and it's just over the top of the bar. We're going to make a few changes. Lundstrom is going to come off. He always seems to get himself a yellow card. John Fleck can come on for him. And Arp's not playing well, so we'll bring on Billy Sharp to play up front alongside Musse for the last 20 minutes in this game. You can see the game's very equal in terms of shots, expected goals, possession, etc. But we're just holding on, it looks like. But there's another free kick taken by Fleck in toward the box, but it's all the way to Musse at the back post. He swings it in, and it's held on to by Slugger there. I thought Ampadu might have just got himself up above the defenders, but not quite. Bryan launches it long low toward Musse. Can he score? Yes, he can. And he gets his second, just a long ball over the top there, and Musi gets in behind the defenders and he scores his second of the game. All came from the goalkeeper just gathering that cross into the box. First time ball from Brian forward. Musi in behind the defender. He had a man over if he wanted to use him, but he went himself, scored the goal. 2-0 with 10 minutes to go. That should be the game, but a highlight for Luton. The ball swung in toward Palmer. Naismith hits it. It's a good save from Ramsdale. And I wonder if that's the end of the highlight or if it will recycle the play and it'll become our chance. Ramsdale plays it long. Lockyer heads it to Mpanzu here on the left-hand side. Challenged by Osborne. Well tackled and the ball played forward. But Naismith clears it. And Collins with it now. Back to Naismith. Through behind the defence, but Ramsdale holds on to it. We'll quickly make a substitution for the last sub of this game. We'll take off somebody, I was going to say. We'll take off Callum Chambers on a yellow. We don't want to go down to 10 men at the end of this game here. Ramsdale has a hold of the ball though. Before that change is made, he plays it long and then Musie's in behind again. Can he get his third? He plays it to Sharp. He gets it back and he scores a third. His hat-trick for today. Musie with a one-man show to win us this game 3-0, and it's an easy progression in the end through to the fourth round of the FA Cup. Musie could have went himself, but he involved Sharp. Sharp threads it through after attracting the defender, and Musie tucks that in with his left foot, and we're up 3-0 here. Time just ticks its way down toward 90 minutes. A comfortable victory in the end, but it's not quite finished. There's 4 minutes added time, and as a highlight now, the ball swung in and Adebayo scores his 13th of the season. Naismith with the assist. There's just 4 minutes added time to go. Hopefully Luton can't score enough to get a comeback here, and indeed they can't. The time ticks down and we've won this game 3-1. A fairly convincing result in the end. Hat-trick for Musie. Always good to see him on the score sheet. He's definitely our top goal scorer this season. We've just rewarded him with a new contract as well, increasing his wages from £25,000 a week up to 55. Not that that matters anyway, because we're only doing one season, but it keeps him happy, doesn't it? And yeah, through to the fourth round of the FA Cup. Let's advance on a few days and see who we get in that draw. And here we go. Here is the draw for the fourth round. There are 32 teams in the hat from a whole variety of divisions, and we'll see who we get drawn up against. Lots of championship sides still in the competition at this stage. You can see a few of them drawn out against each other there. Watford, Norwich, West Brom play Preston, Millwall, Wigan, Wolves play Everton, Derby playing away to Morecambe from League 2, QPR in the Championship playing Nottingham Forest in the Championship, Blackburn playing up against Brentford. Half the teams out the hat now. Oxford playing Accrington in an all League 1 match there. Reading playing up against Fulham. There's a lot of big teams still in it, and I'm worried. We're out the hat now, and we draw Burnley, a fellow Premiership side. That could be a very interesting tie indeed, and one that we'd hope to win, to be honest. That there's a lot of big teams still in it. We'll see who they draw. Newcastle away to Birmingham. Chelsea could play Liverpool here. They play Gillingham instead. Stoke play up against Liverpool, and that means Tottenham get to play at home to Bristol City. So you see there, draw against Burnley is possibly a little bit easier than it could have been. I tell you, there's a lot of big teams out. No Arsenal, they must have lost in the last round. No Man City, no Man United. Maybe there is a chance that we do actually win this competition, but we will have to overcome Premier League Burnley to do so. And that FA Cup game actually comes in just a couple of weeks' time, so we'll play through that and the rest of the games in January probably. We'll come back at the start of February and we'll play against Manchester City. Remember, we beat them 4-2 the last time. Let's see if when we're on camera we can beat them as well. And we'll play against Fulham as well, unless the FA Cup 5th round, should we beat Burnley in the 4th round, appears around there, in which case we'll see the FA Cup 5th round as well. We'll be back for the game against Man City and Fulham at the start of February. I hope you enjoyed this one. A bit of a mixed episode. A loss to Wolves, very disappointed, but in a very good win against Luton thanks to Musie's goals. A 3-1 win gets us through to the 4th round against Burnley. If you have enjoyed this one, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. It's really appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. There's more of this one season challenge coming every single day, Monday to Friday at 11 AM. And we'll move on to another one once this one's all over, so you won't be missing anything so long as you hit that subscribe button. And until the next one, when we play against Man City and against Fulham, we'll see you then.